Welcome to the weekly watch of August 23rd, 2013. I'm your host, Darkly10000, and with me as always is Truman.
Right here.
You have any games you want to bring up before you interrupt me at the end?
I'll interrupt you later, don't worry.
No, that was the point. And Nathan.
Hi. What did you say the date was again?
It's the 23rd.
Okay.
That's right.
Don't question me, I looked it up.
Don't question me. Don't question the unrefutable J.
God damn it, I am the law!
Hey, actually, on that note, apparently Judge Dredd is on Netflix now.
Okay.
Wait, Judge Dredd or Dredd?
Dredd, like the new one.
Okay, that's a sick movie. So, what did we watch this week, guys?
Joshiraku, also known as Don't Bother Watching Because You Won't Get It.
What are you talking about?
I don't understand how you don't understand why it was so difficult to watch. Like, I don't understand how you don't understand.
This show was awesome.
Like, it was good, but it was like a good 70% untranslatable puns.
I would go more 50%.
And you can tell they were untranslatable because they would they would put in American puns, like, into it, and you'd be like, hey, look at, these are puns, but, like, it's not what they were saying. This is just like, hey, they're saying puns, we're just gonna give you puns, because you wouldn't understand what they're actually saying. So, like, you're not really watching the show, you're watching...
It's like you're watching someone lip read and then write down what they think they're saying.
Look,
yeah, it's like,
you're missing the point of the show here.
which is the how cute the girls are, is that what you're gonna say?
I was going to say that this show is full of ordinary dialogue.
Yeah, so you can fully focus on how cute the girls are. The thing that came up like every fucking time.
So,
Which I actually thought, I did think that was pretty funny. How it would just it would come up every time, and it was funny because the dialogue was anything but ordinary. In fact, it was incredibly confusing.
it was pretty average. I mean, I get those talks on a daily basis.
What, you and your friends at your school all speak in pun? Because I don't know anyone who speaks in pun.
We try. We're not nearly as perfect as they do. So this show, Joshiraku, is about 5 girls, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, there's 5 of them. And it's in their dressing room, them talking.
The whole, like, 90% of the show takes place in the dressing room.
No, like 60% takes place in the dressing room. Well, okay.
Nathan,
70%.
66%.
Whatever. There's like 5 or 6 clips in it where they go to like Japanese locations, and those were the ones that were the most frustrating to me.
Because then not only are they speaking in puns you can't understand, but they're speaking in puns you can't understand about, like, history and places that you don't understand the references about. So then there's no baseline. Because at that point they can't Americanize it, so they just have to talk. So you're just reading puns about places that you don't know anything about. It's like being in a pool of unknowing. Surrounded by, this is probably funny, but I don't get it.
Okay, yeah, those middle segments were pretty tough.
And it's not just puns. It's puns that aren't right. It's not only we don't understand them. They just aren't right. They aren't translated properly.
And that's what bugs me.
They can't.
That's what gets me the most. Like, I understand that it would be funny if I did get it, but I can't get it because, like, they can't translate it. They don't translate. And I understand how they don't translate. So, like, they're throwing in anything they can, but it's just not right.
I'm disappointed in you, Truman. I thought you would get it. I thought you would understand, Mr. I'm a great otaku.
Hey, I am the person out of all the people who watch anime. I am the one person who touts direct translation. You know, so just watching it and knowing that these aren't correct translations, and like, knowing that, like, this is not what they're actually saying, just bugged me the whole time.
Translation is an art. And that's true, I should have known that. but it didn't bug me at all.
Because you like localized translation.
It's like, it's not even that. This show hit this weird point in me where it was somewhere between Sayonara and Setsukai no Ichi-san. Somewhere in between. And I just can't explain why I like Setsukai no Ichi-san, but it just makes me smile and happy.
I will give you that. The show was very upbeat, and I did, honestly, like, I'm just, all I'm doing is talking crap about it, but I did actually really enjoy the show.
Oh, you did?
I really enjoyed the show. Like, it was definitely upbeat, and I liked it. I can only name, but I can't explain why I liked it, other than, I mean, the characters, I guess. But, like, I liked the characters, and I liked how the show was, but I just couldn't understand the jokes, and that just bugged me so much.
It's like, the characters definitely made it for me.
I mean, because the show was about the characters. I mean, that's basically what that comment is saying. The show is about the 5 characters.
But
Alright, well, speaking of characters, should we just move on to favorite characters?
if we might as well just list them all off and then pick a favorite.
I mean, let's start with favorites and then go on from there.
Let's start with... No, we should just start with the characters that showed up the least.
Alright, let's just start with favorites and then go from there.
Fine.
No, do the favorites last.
Okay, fine. We'll go with other stuff.
Alright. So the first character that I want to bring up is the character that shows up in only the last episode.
That one character, it was just weird. Like, I didn't understand. It's like, it was trope breaking. It's really what it was.
It was what?
It was trope breaking.
That was the point.
Last episode, they're gonna finish it all up, and then it's just like, here comes this character out of nowhere, whose whole point is to, like, demoralize the other characters.
It's like her thing was to be annoying, and then also take away their character traits.
And then also who has a really weird name.
Breaks the balance.
Uzatai. Like, it's weird.
She broke the balance. Luckily, she was kicked out quickly.
Except for that they did the whole theme song thing about her.
Oh, God.
The theme song was just her. That was actually really funny.
Yeah. Oh, and about theme songs, you know the ending theme?
Yeah.
That was apparently composed by Hayadan, which is the guy who does the Nichijou openings.
Really?
Yeah, he's the composer.
I loved the opening and closing themes.
It's just so hyper upbeat, you know?
Exactly. I loved it. Like, it was honestly, one of the best parts of every episode was the opening and closing theme.
I like the closing more than the opening.
I think the closing was better, but the opening was still really good. Like, I still watched every single opening and closing theme. Or listened to it, I guess.
So did I.
We all did.
Oh, sweet.
So, I mean, it's just one of those that has a great theme, you know?
Next least showed up character is Mask.
Hello?
Yo, what's up? How you guys doing?
Oh, don't do this, Truman. You bastard!
I'm still here, James.
So, I guess we're gonna wait till Truman shows up again for a bit.
Yeah. Well,
So,
did you start the call or did Truman?
no, he started it, so hopefully he doesn't kill it.
He's going to kill it.
Well, you want to start talking about your thoughts on the show, because you didn't really say much.
Truman kind of said it all. I mean, I'm not as annoyed by the pun thing, but the location-based were the ones that really annoyed me. Like, and I don't want to say annoyed me, but like they were the ones that got under my skin. And like Truman, I liked the show. I thought it was cute, and I liked the characters. But their conversations, I knew something was wrong with what I was reading, and it annoyed me.
Okay.
But I don't think it's as far as Truman's gone. But this is a show where, unless whoever watches this is like you, Jay, and and if they are like you, go ahead and watch it. But if they're not, if they're like me or Truman,
What do you mean, like me?
if they can, I don't know, if this hit a sweet spot for you, and instead of somewhere between Sayonara or Sayonara Sotsobu Sensei.
Which is the same writer, but...
Yeah, see that in the now,
And Setokai no Ichizan.
Yeah, so if people like those and want a midpoint of those, then okay, this could be a show they could watch, but and they don't mind the kind of bended translations that we get in order to try and capture the puns. But otherwise, I feel like it should be something that you need Japanese to understand and to enjoy, like completely.
Okay. I was really hoping you would be more outraged in what the fuck is going on.
No, because I like the characters. Like, the characters are so good.
I guess we should talk about the most mysterious character while we wait for Truman, and that would be Mask. Mask just kind of shows up at one point somewhere.
Yeah, she shows up like 4 times, I think, and it's just like, who's this person? And by the like the 3rd time, you're just like, oh look, it's Mask.
It's like the first time, just sitting there at the table. No one bats an eye. No one even pays attention.
She's just introduce her anything.
She's just sitting in the background wearing a luchador mask. And that whole episode, I was trying to read the subtitles, but more importantly, I was just watching that character.
Yeah, I was wondering, like, if at some point they would unmask her.
Or they would be like, "Who the fuck is this?"
Exactly. I wanted they would somehow interact with her in a way that made sense to me, and they never did. They're just like, "Oh, hey, what's up?"
It's like if you were watching a play, and they go, "Look at this shotgun on the shelf over here," and then throughout the entire play, they never mention the shotgun again.
Yeah, or like there's just a guy sneaking around, or like someone who does not look like they should be in the scene, but they're just there, and it's never brought up. That's what this character is.
Yeah.
Also, you might want to say what the girls all do.
Oh, what they all do? They are some sort of traditional Japanese entertainment, storyteller, comedy thing.
Rangaku or something like that.
What's it called?
I think it's called Rangaku.
What? Man, I don't know.
Ranguko.
Ranguko.
Yeah, Ranguko. They like tell a story, and they're allowed like a fan, and that's it. And they have to like change their pitch and the way they face in order to indicate different characters.
They're storytellers.
Yeah, they're storytellers, but they don't get any props or anything. It's kind of weird.
And also, they're not famous.
Oh no, they're not famous at all.
They're just completely average.
And like at the beginning of maybe not every scene, but I don't know, like 2/3 of the scenes.
It was.
The beginning is the end of one of their little dialogue.
So it's
in front of the crowd, and then they go back to the dressing room and talk.
So it's just literally, what is it? The last joke?
Yeah, it's not even the last joke. It's the last half of the last joke.
Oh yeah, you don't even know you just get the punchline.
Basically, yeah. And that was also something that annoyed me, because it's like, there's a joke here, and I know there's a joke here, but I'm not getting it.
You got the punchline, though.
with the punchline, but you don't have the joke, you don't have the setup.
It's like, that was salmon, buddy! So, they would go back into the dressing room, and they would just enter with a stupid question.
Usually, yes. It'd be a stupid question, and one of the characters would always say that's a stupid question.
No, it was, don't ask stupid questions.
Yeah, don't ask stupid questions. And then the rest of them would go on and answer the question.
Completely ignoring her.
Yep.
And man, these questions are dumb sometimes. But Nathan, here's the main question that sticks out in my mind, and I want you to answer. Do you prefer your left or your right?
My right.
Your right?
Yeah.
It's like, really? You're right? I prefer my left.
My right hand is more dexterous.
But do you lean left or do you lean right? Because if you lean right, that means you're cutting off the blood circulation and you can't do as much.
I don't know.
Nathan.
I lean against something.
It's like every time they asked a stupid question in this show. Yes, you're back. Welcome back.
Hey, tell you guys soon.
Shut up.
Goodness.
I'm angry. Don't worry about it.
Sorry. Things happen.
It's like every time they asked a stupid question in this show, I was basically like, what would I do? Would I choose my left over my right or my right over my left? And then I would lean, and then I leaned left. Obviously, I choose my left.
I mean, I answer every one of those questions. Doesn't everybody? Didn't you guys?
No, I didn't answer a single one of them.
Really? I was like definitely left.
Oh, yeah. It's like, I feel you, Truman. Left.
Yeah, because you underestimate how much you rely on your left. Definitely.
Well, I'm left-handed.
Did I miss favorite characters?
No.
No, we talked about math, and then we talked about what they do, like their job.
Oh, okay. All right, then. Yeah.
And now
I'm
we're in.
right-handed, I still prefer my left.
And now let's go into the 5 girls that are in every episode. So which one do you want to talk about first?
I mean, I would want to talk about my favorite one, but I don't want to give that away right away. So, someone else pick.
Just go for it.
No, because I don't want to talk about my favorite one. I don't want to give it away. I don't want to deal my hand too soon.
Okay, well, we said that one of them always goes, don't ask stupid questions, so why don't we just start with her?
Okay, so the red-haired girl.
Mari.
Mari, yeah.
How would you describe Mari?
I don't know, honestly, like, Mari, I was kind of about Mari.
Eh?
I mean, yeah, I don't know, she was, like, what was her gimmick? I didn't get it. I didn't get her gimmick.
Okay, well, from the show, what happens is there's a rivalry between her and the glasses girl.
Gone.
And, yeah, gone. And there's this whole running trope that she's actually a boy that's cross-dressing.
I did get that, but that wasn't, I mean, I didn't think that was her entire gimmick.
She's like the leader.
No,
But she's not really. Like,
She's the leader that everyone ignores.
Like,
honestly, Truman, if I was to pick you as one of these characters, I'd pick Mari.
Really?
Yes, she's kind of strong-headed, and she keeps trying to be the leader when she isn't.
You hear that, Truman? You're not the leader. I'm the leader. I am the law.
I am definitely the leader.
Mari is considered the second main character of the cast.
And that's so true, because she's kind of a big part of a lot of the jokes.
She's a straight man in a lot of jokes.
That's true.
And also, the only thing that I don't see connecting between her and Truman is Truman asks all the stupid questions, and she's the one that keeps saying, don't ask stupid questions.
I guess, yeah, wow. That kind of hurts.
Yeah. Also, one of the other running jokes with her was she has a Mongolian spot, which is just like a blue mark, and it's
On your butt?
On her butt.
Well, it's on her butt. I guess it's not always on people's butts, but...
Yeah, like, and apparently it kind of looks like a bruise. And so they make a joke that like an American sees it and like thinks people are abusing her and takes her away.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Well, I never heard of a Mongolian spot before.
yeah, I've never heard of it either. So
I hadn't heard of it either, but it's just like.
So like when I saw that, I was like, I wonder if this is a true thing or not.
This is a thing.
Yeah. But is this a thing, you know?
It's a thing.
Okay. I mean, I'll just take it.
Yeah, don't do any research. Just trust me, because I am the law.
So really, you think I'm like Bari?
Yeah, you're kind of strong-headed, and you make a lot of dumb decisions, and we don't really respect you.
It makes me sad.
I'm sorry, Truman, but
Hey, Nathan. High five.
kind of just... High five, Jay.
Yeah!
Oh.
I'm sorry, Truman, but it's kind of true.
Oh.
Like, who do you see yourself as, Truman?
I don't know.
So, who is the main character? Is what I want you to know.
There is
Or
a
guess.
main character.
There is a main character of the
Okay,
series.
I read stuff up on this
Oh.
as I was curious. So I know that who the author like says is supposed to be like the protagonist of the series.
That's what I meant.
Okay, which one was that?
Well,
Totora?
Nathan... Oh.
Yeah.
Did you hear that, Truman?
Totora.
Wait, which one is it? No, I didn't hear.
Okay, Truman, take a
Totora.
guess. They had...
Oh, Totora. I kind of assumed. If it wasn't Mari, I assumed it was Totora. I mean,
Sorry.
it's kind of obvious. If
I'm
it's not Mari, then I guess it was Totora. But even so, I mean, the only reason I wouldn't think it was her is because her gimmick is that she's great at everything. She's like super lucky and gets everything her way, and that's
Yeah.
usually not what protagonists are.
Some protagonists are.
What protagonists get everything their way all the time?
Reimu? I don't know.
All right, so who's next?
You just want to go into Totora? 'Cause
Yeah, sure. Let's do Totora. I like Totora. I thought Totora was a pretty good character.
I was about her. She was just kind of there
Really?
and being lucky.
I thought she was a good character because she was kind of just she was like the other major straight man, except for the jokes about her being super lucky.
honestly, there's not much to say about her other than she's lucky, and she always seems nice. Like she seems like a nice person all the time.
Yeah, I mean she's actually kind of more one of the more bland characters, I guess. But I mean,
She is the bland character.
I guess that's true. Yeah, actually, out of all of them, I guess she is the bland character. So, I mean, yeah, there's not really much to say about it, really, when I think about it.
Know who else always appears nice out of them?
Who's that?
Kigurumi.
Okay, Kigu is my second favorite character. I'm gonna say that. Kigu's definitely my second favorite character.
I would put Kigu as my second favorite character. Just...
She's my favorite.
She's your favorite? Like,
Yeah.
the only reason that she's my second favorite character is because of the times when she goes dark.
Oh,
Yeah, that's why.
that was the
Every
best.
single time.
It's like-
so great.
Where do you think babies come from? God damn these people and their expectations of me. It's like, I think the stork brings them. Fuck you all.
Incredible.
But it was done just so... It wasn't done often enough to get old. It's like, every time they asked her a question after the first time it happened, you're like, is she gonna do it? Is she gonna do it? And then sometimes she would, sometimes she wouldn't.
Actually, I wish that would have been incorporated in other things. Like I don't know, like I just would have. I wish the her whole dark side would have been incorporated a little bit more, other than just like those few replies. But I didn't. It didn't really happen. But
Doing that would have made the other times
Less
Yeah.
impactful.
impact. Yeah.
but it would have made it more a part of her character, you know?
Well, see, as long as you watch the first couple episodes, you know it's there,
Yeah.
and that's all you need. You just need to know that it's there.
So then you imagine it. And like they say with fan service, imagining is sometimes better than seeing.
I mean,
Okay.
I guess I get what you guys are saying.
Okay, what I'm trying to say is, you get the sense of anticipation, and it always feels worth it.
I guess I see that. Yeah. It probably would have been weird if it happened too much.
Yeah. And like every single time, it's not like it's all that different. It's always like, God damn it, I'll never be like this for them again. But she always is.
No, I guess that's true. That makes sense.
So the next character, unless Nathan's got more.
Up to you.
I like Kigurumi, but I don't know what else to say.
Okay.
I mean, it's really just for that. It's really just for that part.
I'm gonna take a guess out of which of the two is Truman's favorite.
I mean, it's kind of obvious, really, when you think about it.
Kukuru.
Definitely. I mean, easily.
The super depressing girl.
That was definitely my favorite character in the show.
Just prone to intense mood swings.
I mean, they're just the most interesting,
Why? Truman? And we're back. So we were talking about who? Kukuru.
Kukuru.
So why do you like her?
I mean, she's definitely just the most, I don't know, active character in the show. Like, she's just the most emotion, what's the term I'm looking for? Animated, I guess. I mean, she's the character that I was always used to show how they're animated, by doing weird movements.
Okay, she was the most animated, I'll say.
Exactly.
But it's like, but I didn't really like her.
Really?
Neither did Nathan.
Either you guys?
She was the most one-dimensional character of all of them.
Really? I thought she was the best character.
All she was like, oh, I'm kind of gloomy, but I'm not like gothic or suicidal or anything. I kind of like dark stuff, but only kind of.
I mean, I thought she was the best balance. I thought she brought the best balance to the whole thing. She balanced out the cast. Without her, the cast.
Well, they all balance out the cast. Remember, if you added the sixth person, it would go all insane.
I guess that's true, but I don't know. I thought she did the best job of grounding out the cast, grounding the cast. She was the anchor that held the cast down.
No, I would say Mari was the anchor.
It was either going to be Mari or Totoro as the anchor.
Those are.
I don't know. I just really liked her character. I thought all her scenes were awesome.
I could have gotten all that.
All her scenes were just incredible. She's just animated and yeah.
Memorable moments occurred.
But I don't consider her animation really a part of her character.
Not just the animation, but just the way she dropped lines. I don't know, just the character in general was animated,
I don't know. To me, she was the one-dimensional character in this.
Really?
Yeah, because all she was slightly dark comic.
Slightly dark.
Slightly dark. Okay, so alright, so since we're pretty much to the end, so who is your favorite, Nate?
Nathan already said who his favorite was.
Kigurumi, but we also have to talk about
Gan.
That's true. I totally forgot. Okay, I mean I know that, but Gon's the only one that's left. So yeah.
So Gan, the glasses girl. That
probably my least favorite.
So
She knew everything.
She's probably my least favorite character on it. I thought her character was pretty.
so what?
I wouldn't say she's my favorite either, which means we it's like we went over my favorites and no one knew.
Jay, I never know what you're thinking.
Everything.
Ever. I never know what you're thinking ever. I have no. Yeah.
But what would you say about Gan? Nathan.
Probably the most like myself. If I was to pick a character for myself, it would be Gone.
But she's punchy.
That's the one thing I was gonna say. Is except she's violent, like physically violent. That's a difference.
I would say Jay is like Gone, actually.
Yeah, Jay's like Gone. Except
Just because Jay also has the violent aspect going, like, you know.
I'm getting married
Kid.
on July 5th.
Don't be ridiculous. I'll stab you in your sleep.
Exactly. See, Jay's just kind of violent as well.
yeah, I was gonna bring up the time that we were walking back to class and he just randomly hit you in the head with a book.
Exactly. Stuff like that, and just...
Hey,
Let's not bring up the past here. Let's all talk.
Like, maybe Jay's less violent in college, but damn, Jay was violent in high school.
Anyways,
So-
If I want to go karting,
back to Gone.
Don't
I
Don't
mentioned earlier she has this rivalry with Mari, and that's where that violence is all kind of contained.
no.
Wow, that actually works really well if you think that is of Jay and me.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
kind
I
of
think
crazy.
that's one of the big reasons I thought you and Mari.
Nathan was able to relate to this more than Genshiken.
Which is really funny when you think about it. Just... Wow. Well, then who's Nate?
Who is Nathan?
Kiku.
Titoria. No,
Or
Kiku.
actually, it's one of the two. I'm not sure which one. I think Kiku. I see Kiku.
Because Nathan does have a dark side.
Because Nathan definitely has that dark side.
Oh, you guys.
Exactly. See?
See how smiley that sounded?
Definitely Nathan.
Your whole family sounds like fucking
So-
alcoholics.
What the hell?
Is that comedic timing?
That was kind of perfect right there.
I would say my favorite character was Gon.
Oh, man.
I'm cheating. Gon was my favorite. Forget what I said earlier. It was a lie.
Okay, well, what was it going to be?
What?
What was it going to be until you realized that you were gone?
I kind of like Titoria just because she's there and lucky, but
So Titoria was going to be your favorite?
Was.
Even though you were just talking shit, and then now it's going to be gone, you're just going to jump ship, Jay?
I'm jumping ship. It's like I go with the wind. I flow like I lost it.
Okay.
Okay, well, either way.
Yep.
So what would you guys give this?
I gave it a 7.
7.
Yeah, because, I mean, I liked it, but the fact that you couldn't understand half of it was pretty annoying, so 7.
And Nathan? Don't tell me you
Okay.
lost. Okay.
No, I didn't drop anything. I don't want to give it the same score as Truman, but that 6 to 7 level is where it is for me, just because, you know, there are things that I know aren't there. But I think if I actually knew Japanese and could like understand the actual conversations, this would probably be like a 9 or
Oh, yeah,
maybe an 8.
I'm with Nate on that one. I mean, I really liked it, but the fact that I couldn't understand it, yeah. Yeah.
I did like the whole like when they were walking around, they went and saw like the animation studio that's animating them, and like they bow to it and whatnot, and the constant references they make to the fact that they are being animated.
In fact, that's the first joke, isn't it?
Yep.
You should just read the manga as is.
Yeah. Which they
Yeah.
bring that joke up a few times.
Just the first and last episode.
Oh, was that it? Maybe it's just because it was the first and last that I thought it was a few times.
That specific joke is the first and last, I believe, but they bring up that they're being animated a few times throughout the show.
Yeah, definitely. But that specific joke is brought up a couple times.
Yeah, I'll give it a 7 because I did like the characters, and I'm not like I ragged on Kukuru a bit, but she isn't a bad character at, at all. She seems one-dimensional to me compared to the rest. And
Super's my favorite character.
Man,
yeah, no, the last
I'm gonna stick to it
episode-
because I don't jump ship like Jay.
I do.
If you remember, Truman, have you seen the latest episode that Jay put up?
Did what? Did what?
The latest weekly watch that Jay's put up. Maybe it wasn't the latest.
Oh no, I haven't actually. I haven't watched our old ones for a while.
Okay, well, the Birdie Decoded one. You want to know what Jay named it?
No. What was it?
No, don't tell him.
What?
You know what? You can go look it up yourself.
Okay, wait. How do I get there?
Don't worry about it. So, I gave this show a 9, if only because the middle segments are too slow. And the rest of it, I can't explain why I like this show so much. It just makes me really happy when I watch it.
I get that. I mean, it's definitely catchy.
I think it ultimately comes down to whether or not you care about direct translations or not. Because Jay does
I think
not
that is a
seem
big
to.
thing.
And
Yeah,
Truman
Jay doesn't at
does.
all.
And I'm still pretty new to the whole anime thing compared to you two.
Yeah, definitely.
Sometimes, I don't even read it.
But
I've-
do- I
In
think
the
I'm-
weeks we're supposed to watch this show, I've watched it twice.
The whole thing?
Yes.
Really, Jay? Really, Jay? I just found it.
Oh, and that reminds me. I believe in that episode we talked about. We'll get to it a little bit later. But yeah, I'm kind of siding with Truman that I like the whole direct translations. I like it a bit more as what they actually say instead of, what they did with this, which was just trying to give you something similar. But yeah.
Like, I thought, what's it called? Sayonara was better, because, I mean, their jokes were a little more understandable than the ones in here.
Yeah, Sayonara has a 10 in my book.
Oh, okay. Wait, what did you give it?
I gave it a 9.
I see.
And so, let's now move on to the weekly watch.
Alright.
And let's start with everyone's favorite, the greatest show of all time,
Oh god, please don't tell me about Inu.
Inu.
Yeah.
Inu, Dog and Scissors.
Okay, I want to say something first. I get so excited when I see this pop up online, a new episode, because I get to go into Skype and say, "Guess what, guys? New Emu," and I can just feel the hatred and the annoyance coming off of Truman.
I mean, I really just hate it.
Whoa,
Really do.
boy. So, I don't remember episode 7. All I remember is at the end there was a maid with like a bladed broom.
Oh, that was the one where he stole the bra.
Oh god! Now I remember it.
It's just that one. I can't say that one was the worst because they're all so awful.
Did
But
you see
there
episode
is
8?
no worst. Yeah, I've seen the newest one.
I
that
hate
one-
that one.
That one's another strong competitor for worst. But then how do you keep outworsting yourself every single week? You know?
It's mellowing out a bit, but god damn it, they brought back Tuna Eater.
Which is the stupidest concept I've ever heard of.
Also, they incorporated a zombie attack.
Oh!
They did incorporate a zombie attack in the worst, in an awful way, which made no sense.
Hey,
And
I bet
they didn't
you.
explain it. Also,
I
they
bet
didn't
you in the
explain it
next,
ever.
in like the future episodes, they're gonna explain it, and it's that book.
Oh, I mean, they gave a reason, but they didn't explain it.
It's gonna
Yeah.
be the book.
I mean, we know that, but they didn't explain it.
Because books are magic in this.
Apparently. Oh crap! I didn't see the new Servant Egg service.
Ah, Christ.
Episode 8 came out.
Yeah, I've
That's
already
good.
watched it.
Oh, I didn't notice it.
Is there anything else we need to say about Inu?
No, I don't. I want to forget about it as soon as possible.
You don't want to remember the stealing of the brawl or her flip-flopping character throughout all of 8?
I cannot stand the main character. I mean, the main heroine. I hate that character so much.
Hate's a strong word.
I hate the main heroine with a passion.
But she gets a little dash hound embroidered on her bra just for the dog.
That's the worst part about it. That's the worst part of her character.
Yeah, the fact that she's attracted to a dog is unsettling.
It's more like the soul that resides in the dog.
See, I don't think so. Like, her plan isn't to figure out some way to bring the boy back. It's to go to a spa and
look. Do you
cuddle
really
the dog.
look?
That's
I know
very
I
true,
said books are.
actually.
I know.
Nate's got a really good point there.
I know that I said books are magic, but do you really think they can bring back the dead?
They made people basically into mindless killing machines. So.
And you watch Blood Lad, right? So yeah.
Also, she was able to create a false fighting style and hypnotism through books.
Oh god, I think that's definitely the worst. That was definitely the worst thing about this. That.
That was episode 2.
I think that was definitely the worst part about.
That was the worst thing, but not the worst episode.
That was okay. Yeah, that was the worst thing, but not the worst episode. You're right about that.
The reason I hated the new episode so much is that they shoved every character so far that we've met into.
They just shoved them in. They just cram packed.
Hey, we all happen to go to the same place.
Yeah. We had the sister, the bookstore girl, and her friend.
Shining,
The Shining
Masochist.
Girl, the masochist girl, and the maid.
They just crammed them all in
They were
once.
all kind of pushed into that episode, and literally no reason.
That's exactly what happened. Wow, actually, the Shining character is another good candidate for worst character ever.
Let's move on to Uchitin.
Okay, the last one of that was 7, right? There
Yeah.
was no number 8 that snuck up on me.
Yeah, number 7.
Okay, number
I'm gonna
7,
say this again. You're wrong, Truman!
Is that why you named the last thing You're Wrong?
No.
Okay, so I was wrong about something else, too?
You're wrong about 2 things.
But
Okay.
you were wrong.
I was definitely wrong. Well, I mean, it wasn't official, I didn't think, until now.
Until
They
episode
explained it. I mean, you gotta say, I had a good reason for thinking it, okay?
I guess, but
Yeah, but you lose.
But yes, I did end up being wrong. That's
I don't
true.
know. There was something in the first couple episodes, like
They mentioned it, I'm pretty sure.
Well,
I
yeah,
mean,
like the Tengu
But Truman
was
was being a skeptic.
I was.
teaching her about it, and she was. I don't want to say she was an adult, but she wasn't like a child or anything. So I felt like she couldn't have been a Tengu, because I feel like by the point where she should have, like, for the age she looked at that point, she should have already known this stuff. She should have been already flying or whatever.
I mean, I guess you got a good point there. Which, I mean, and you ended up being right, so what can I say? But, yeah,
So Ben 10 is a human.
definitely human. Other than that, I mean, it was pretty... Did anything else... That one came out a little while ago. What else happened in that one?
We found out
He got home.
how
Oh, yeah, how the dad died. Yeah, that was it.
And how he got caught.
well, that's what
Yeah.
we mean. That's what we mean by how.
That was... Yeah, that's gonna be... It's pretty messed up.
It explains why the brother's hiding in a well.
Yeah. Also, I think was it this one or the one before? I don't remember exactly. Where they actually brought up the fact that they should not like the old dudes, but they did. Remember what I'm saying?
Only he did.
Yeah, well, only he, but only the main character. But
And it was
remember,
only that one guy who said he loved Tanukis, but
And saved that guy saved their
his mom.
Yeah.
yeah, and
Which I feel like will be important later on.
Maybe.
I don't know. I kind of see that kind of seems like something that has had its importance. I don't think it'll really come up much anymore. I think those people are probably not going to be very important later on. That's at least what I think.
Okay, I feel like maybe the mother is going to get caught for the Tanuki hotpot.
Oh, I hope not.
I don't know. I think from now on they're just going to focus on the main character and Benton.
I think it's going to be the election. It's one of the main things that's going to pop up.
Yeah,
Oh, I
the
guess
Nishi-
that is true.
the Nishi
That
mod.
is a big thing. Yeah.
But I feel like at some point that might happen.
That is definitely a possibility, though.
Yeah, that's true. What else?
What happened in Watamote?
What in Watamote was the recording one.
Yeah.
This is one of the best ones. I think I say that every single time.
That one was so cringy because it wasn't like a moment of cringe. It was like a 30 seconds of cringe at the end.
Just right there. Christ.
Oh,
When she
And like-
forgot to plug in her headphones.
Yeah,
it was just 30 seconds straight of just silence.
and like Jay, I know Truman's read it. And I'm assuming you have too, Jay.
Yeah.
It is harder for I bet it is harder for us to watch it because I've read at least up until like 30 something, so I've read through at least this part of it.
That
It's probably
dead.
harder for us to watch it than people that haven't read because we know where there's going to be cringe. We just
That-
don't know how long the cringe will last.
Just
That's
that
very
30
true.
seconds of her headphone
Just-
being
just-
unplugged and the silent staring, that would be one panel, but 30 seconds of it just playing out.
Oh, that was great. That was.
Oh, man. That was the hardest one to go through. It was beautiful, though. It was beautifully executed.
It was definitely special. That's all I can say.
So is there any shows you guys want to bring up this week?
I mean, I gotta watch the latest Servant first, and then you still hate that Tarot show, so I got nothing to say there.
Really,
I
we
think
could still
I'll-
talk about the shows.
I don't know.
That was your saying.
I gotta get caught up. So maybe later, but not right now. I want to hear what Nate has for next week.
Wait, no. I have one show I want to bring up.
You got something to bring up?
The last 3 episodes of Ori Emo came out.
Oh, I haven't watched it.
Alright, then you're gonna get some spoilers here, and you will see my opinion of its pretty much flip.
Okay, Jay, before you say anything, is this a show I should watch?
It
Yes.
is a super popular show.
Yeah, you
It
should
doesn't-
watch it.
Okay, Truman says I should watch it.
Not because it's great.
Not because of the ending.
Yeah, it's not great, but it's just one of those things that you should just
But
Okay.
it's like
so-
Truman.
yeah
You like the show, right, Ish? You like the characters.
yeah
You hate the main characters, though.
yeah definitely.
Alright. So, the last 3 episodes are literally him committing to the sister route. And him breaking up with every fucking character.
No, you're messing with me.
Just, he literally stands in the middle of the street on Christmas and shouts, "I love my sister! Marry me!"
Okay, from the few screenshots I've seen of this show, isn't she like 12?
I don't
No.
know.
Uh,
She's like end of middle school, I think.
Yeah.
So 15-ish.
And end of middle school isn't 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Not really.
Not in America. In America, it's 12. It's like 12, 13.
What are you talking about?
I got out of
Maybe-
high school when I was 17.
Maybe 13 to 14.
Like, I went into high school 13 years old.
Okay,
Yeah. It's maybe 13 to 14, I would say.
all right,
But
fine.
but yeah.
But basically, that's what these episodes are. Him going, every girl confessing to him, and him going, no. Kuroneko, the yandere best friend of the girl, his childhood friend,
No.
the
Come on,
idol,
you're
idol
fucking
that dresses up
with
as Meru Meru, all of them, basically confessing his love, and him going, no, I'm going with my sister. I'm going out with my sister.
Come on, Jay. Come
I'm-
on.
I'm not
You-
joking. See,
you're
this is
fucking-
the reaction you would have gotten if I told you about the ending to Usagi Drop.
Come on, Jay.
It's that
No.
bad. And I hate the show now. I will never be able to watch this show again.
Come on, Jay. You can't be telling the truth.
Go ahead and
Well-
watch it. I'll talk to you next week. Nathan, what did you choose for next week?
Okay, first thing I want to say before that is that they've officially moved on to Araragi-kun's arc in Monogatari.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
A new story started.
It's a ways in.
He went back in time.
But before that, they had an entire episode that was recap.
Oh, that annoyed me so much.
I was like, well, done watching this.
That sucks.
But yeah, they time travel.
Well, that's
Yeah.
special. How many people time travel?
Spirits
Yeah,
and
Spirit Power?
Spirits and Shinobu's power.
Ah, I see. Well, I gotta catch up on that. That's what I gotta catch up on too.
Well,
I mean,
So-
that's if they got into that.
Yeah, that's actually the one I'm really behind on. Everything else I'm pretty much caught up on.
you said that.
But otherwise, should we announce next week's show?
Go for
Oh,
it.
actually, wait. One thing quick I want to say. I don't want to talk about it, but I guess I'll just mention it. So the tarot card show. So because of that, and playing P3, like I just got really into like tarot cards and started just looking them up and researching them. Just wanted to mention that. I don't have much to say about it, but I just wanted to mention that.
They're not that difficult. I have hiccups.
You have hiccups?
Yeah. So
I
Nathan,
mean,
end this.
okay. Go.
Alright, the show we will be watching next week is Shigafumi.
You got an
How's
English
that?
title?
You got a link? Send us a link to the
Okay,
email.
one of the reasons I chose it is because Jay was like, we should watch, said maybe this could be something to watch. And
Hey.
two, the character on the Mao looks like Kanade from
Oh, you go fight over bitch.
Angel Beats.
A little bit.
She has the silver hair and she looks kind of small and the kind of emotionless face. It looks like her.
Letters from the Departed.
Well, this seems kind of weird.
Alright. So, that's it for the weekly watch this week. Tune in next week when we are watching Shigofumi, Letters from the Departed.
And by next week, do you mean Monday?
What?